The world's forests, like the one behind me, hold the greatest variety of life on at least the terrestrial part of the planet. Hi, my name's Stuart Pimm. I'm the Doris Duke Professor of Conservation Ecology at Duke University. And I want to talk about how scientists are beginning to understand how much biodiversity we're losing, but also what we can do, we think, to at least minimize some of those losses. This is the Danum Valley, the largest block of remaining rainforest probably in Southeast Asia. It's in Sabah, the Malaysian province that constitutes part of the north of Borneo. It's a spectacular forest. The trees here are as tall as any rainforest trees anywhere in the world. Many of them go up to 70 meters tall, 200 feet tall. It's a place of extraordinary diversity. This forest, however, is under considerable threat. 50 years ago, while most of this forest was intact, in that period of time, large areas of Malaysia and neighboring Indonesia have cleared their forests, and much of that land has gone to palm oil, a very lucrative crop that grows well in these rainforests areas. The issue of how much biodiversity we can protect is a serious one. How much of even this area will remain for our children and our grandchildren to see is very much a matter of doubt. What happens when the forest is destroyed and only fragments remain was first explored by Dr. Tom Lovejoy, who is Biodiversity Chair at the Heights Centre and the Chair of National Geographic's Conservation Trust. This is Tom Lovejoy on the right with members of my research group and a colleague. I'm showing you this just because my wife thinks that the only photographs you see of me are looking scruffy, dirty, sweaty and wearing field clothes. Tom's experiment, which has been running for almost 30 years, involved the forest being cut by cattle ranchers and fragments of different sizes, 1 hectare, 10 hectares, 100 hectares being left behind. The project of Tom Lovejoy and his Brazilian colleagues involved forest fragments surrounded by cattle pasture, but it's oil palm, as shown here, that's the issue in forest clearing in Southeast Asia. There'll be plenty of opportunity. This is an oil palm harvest being taken to a plant. There's a fairly efficient program apparently that collects oil palm from small growers and takes them to centralized facilities where the oil is extracted. This is a small truck, almost certainly representing some very small grower.
So my name is Glenn Reynolds. I'm Director of the Royal Society's Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Programme, which has been based here at the Danum Valley Field Centre since 1985.
Could you tell me a little bit, please, Glenn, about these experiments you're going to do with forest fragments and an oil palm?
Sure. So we are in the process of establishing a very large forest fragmentation experiment in an area of forest that is currently being cleared to establish a large oil palm plantation in south-central Sabah, Malaysian Borneo. So as the forest is cleared, our local partner organisation, the Sabah Foundation, has agreed to retain patches of forest of 100 hectares, 10 hectares and 1 hectare patches, so using the same size fragments as were created as part of the BD-FFP project in Manaus, Brazil. So we plan to have a 2-year period during which we'll collect baseline data on various aspects of ecosystem functioning, biodiversity and other parameters before the fragments are created through the fragmentation process, and then obviously for a period after fragmentation.
What sort of species are you going to be following?
So the design is still being finalised, but certainly beetles will be a key taxa to be monitored. Moths, butterflies, vertebrates, birds certainly. But one of the strategic aims of this project is really to set up a platform from which scientists from a range of different disciplines can work. So that's very much an aim of this project, that we will be welcoming scientists to come in with their own grant money, obviously, but to work on groups that they're interested in, and other parameters as well. So we're hoping to involve atmospheric chemists, hydrologists, and, as I say, scientists from a range of research disciplines.
Thank you very much.